When was the last time you were caned or lashed?
When I was in SHS, I think I ran away from school and then we were called to the assembly ground and then we were lashed.
How many lashes did you get?
I got 6 on my back.
Did you cry?
Very much. I was embarrassed as well because people saw me to be an innocent girl and all of a sudden this happened. I was embarrassed.
Did you commit that offense again?
Never.
So you think the lashing worked?
Yes, it did. And I feel it should be back to the schools because these students are sort of becoming ill-mannered. Yes, so they should introduce it again.
Okay. When was the last time you were lashed?
I was in JHS, junior high school, French. Hey, French, our French miss always lashed us. There was this exercise we did that we had low mark, a low grade, so he lashed me here, and they'll hold your skirt so tight so it will enter you. Yes, that was then. But since then.
Did your performance in French improve after the lashing?
It did. Because you don't want to experience that lashing again, so we had to study and all that, so I improved.
So would you want teachers to be lashing students who don't do well, based on your experience?
This is tricky because they will learn if they are lashed, but the lashing too sometimes it's some way. But I think yes, there should be lashing, just that it shouldn't be too rampant, too frequent. Yes.
Okay. When was the last time you were lashed?
See, I am a dear senior high school. If anybody's a phobia, and you know that Amas was like an Arabic school. And you know how they lash in Makaranta. You cram the Arabic into your brain and you'll be able to read the Quran back and front in Arabic. But in Ahmadiyya, caning was non-negotiable. The last time I was lashed was when we're late for prep. And they just spread us on the floor at the assembly ground. Edem, he was seen to be the most wicked teacher in Hamas at the time. And he lashed us back and front, butt and back. Pa, 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 pa.
How many strokes did you get?
Oh, uncountable. Probably 6 or 7.
What was your offense?
For being late to preps. And we were trying to sneak into the classroom and we were caught somewhere in the corner. So they just brought us out and spread us on the floor, lashed us, and we went back to the classroom.
Did the lashing prevent you from being late to prep?
Yes, we start being late because Adam's lashing is different from any other teacher's lashing. You feel it in your veins. Yeah.
So do you think caning should be continued in schools?
Yes, I think caning should be continued in schools. It's something that deters people. There are people who say that people build resilience and they say, oh, she. And so they don't feel pain and it doesn't. But please, it deters a lot of people. I will lash my child. I don't know if the government will come after me, but I will.
When was the last time you were lashed?
April 1999.
Hey, you remember the date so clearly. Where were you?
Yeah.
What did you do?
What did I do? It was after my RME paper had been given to me. I had 99%, and the teacher was like, you think you know so much, so you just decided to give away the 1%. You could have just gotten 100. What prevented you from that? And Mr. Pepe lashed me. I would never forget that because it was the last lash before I would be EC in 1990.
He lashed you for missing just 1% out of
just 1%. But he thinks you think you know too much. You could have gotten 100%, so he decided just to give away 1%. And he gave it to me. I've never forgotten that day.
You forgive him?
I thought I had forgiven him till I met him one day at WAEC, where I was doing script checking. And I told the person giving out scripts to examiners not to feed him with scripts, because he did me. He gave it to me that I've never forgiven him.
Should lashing be continued in schools?
Oh, I wish it would be brought back, because I wouldn't spare my child. If he or she deserves it, I would give it to them. You spare the road and you spoil the child. But you give it to me and it quickens them.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello. When was the last time you were lashed?
Lashed?
Yes.
Oh, I can't tell. I can't really tell. Maybe when I was like 7.
What did you do?
I watched TV and my mom warned us not to watch the television. So she left home and I did. And when she came to touch the top of the TV and she realized it was hot, meaning that we violated. And I was lashed.
How many strokes?
Hey, I can't remember. It will be more than 10.
And did you recommit the offense?
Yeah.
So the lashing didn't help.
I did it over and over again.
Do you think, would you lash your own children?
Oh, yes. Been lashing them. Yeah, I do so when they violate any rule in the house.
And should it be brought back to schools?
Yes, it should be brought back to schools because even Bible spoke about it, that you spare the rod and you spoil the child. So if God in his own wisdom knew that lashing can, straight up children, then why do we have to take it out of the schools?
When was the last time you were lashed?
I don't remember.
You've never been lashed?
That was school time. I don't even remember.
Okay. What, you know what you did? You can't remember what you did?
I think I was it late or something. Or it was detention. Either detention or I was late.
Did you cry?
Oh, why not? Yes.
And did you commit the offense that you were lashed for again after the lashing
No.
took place? So it was effective?
Yes.
Do you want lashing to be brought back to schools? Why?
It will help the children to be disciplined.
Okay.
Because I have a very soft skin, so I don't want any mark on my skin. So from that lash, I was very careful so that I don't receive any lashes again.
Thank you. When was the last time you were lashed?
I can't remember the exact date, but it was when I was about completing SHS.
What did you do?
My literature note was not intact, so I was lashed for that.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't.
You were a stubborn girl then?
No.
Or it wasn't painful?
It was painful. It was painful, but I didn't because in mind I had it in mind that I'll be completing soon. So lash me. I don't really care. What will you use the notes for?
Do you think it's effective? Do you think lashing should be brought back to schools?
Yes. Because even at that point where my note was not intact, I knew I would be lashed. So I went ahead to try completing the ones I left out, but yet I couldn't. So at least it will bring back discipline.
When was the last time you were lashed?
I was in secondary school.
What did you do?
We didn't do anything. The econs teacher just beating us because we just come to class and those who don't have the book, raise your hands. And if you don't have his book, and his book was a photocopy of an original book. If I have the original book, I don't have to buy your photocopy because yours is just a photocopy. Then he would beat the living hell out of us.
A sadist.
Yeah, I sometimes when he was beating us, I felt he was beating his problems that he was going through in life out of us. Seriously, because it didn't make sense. It didn't make any sense whatsoever.
Nobody protected you guys?
Nobody. What were you going to say? So at a point in time, there was one day some people came to our school and they wanted to donate blood. They wanted us to donate blood, and it was time for economics. Between economics and going to donate blood, the whole class, we went to donate blood. Because he would just come and just beat us for doing nothing.
What would you say to this man if you met him today?
Why were you beating us like that? Why? What were you going through in life? Are you okay mentally? Are you okay? Or were you going through some things in life that you couldn't deal with, and the way you could deal with it was beating us?
Should lashing be brought back to schools?
Never. Hell no. Why? Beat kids that what? No, you shouldn't.
When was the last time you were lashed?
I've not with her before.
You're a good girl.
Yes, most of my life
She
I was
found
a good
herself
girl.
in good situations.
What do you think about lashing in schools?
Well, it can be avoided. Some of them can be avoided. Yes.
So should they bring it back to schools?
No.
When was the last time you were lashed?
In senior high school.
What did you do?
I failed in a test, and the teacher had high expectation of me, so he felt like that wasn't what I'm supposed to get, and he really beat me.
How many strokes of the cane?
I think it was 3, but me, even the moment I see the cane, I start running, so that 3 was like 1,000 strokes.
On your hands, on your back, on your butt?
Okay, in my palm.
In your palm?
Yeah.
What subject was this?
That was science.
Did you improve after the lashing?
I did, because I don't want to be lashed again, so I tried my very best not to fail his test. And I think that helped me actually.
Should lashing be brought back to schools?
Yes, it should, but it should be moderated.
When was the last time you were lashed?
I don't remember.
You've never been lashed in school?
I have.
For what kind of offense were you lashed for in school?
For not being punctual at class.
How many strokes? How many strokes did the teacher give you?
It's uncountable.
Did it change your behavior? Did you become early after the lashing?
Yes, please.
So
because
it's-
I followed friends. That led me to that lashing.
Okay. So should lashing be brought back to schools?
Yes, of course.
Why?
Because of late, you see students misbehaving, which has been brought up by the government that we are not supposed to be lashed in school. Like, Opo Bakra, you are going to be reported.
If you beat your child, you'll be reported. So you should bring it back.
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. When was the last time you were lashed?
Oh, SHS time.
What did you do?
Oh, a certain guy was talking and the teacher was like, who was talking? Nobody wants to tell the teacher who was talking, so he decided to beat everybody in the class.
How many strokes did you get?
2 to each.
Where? On which part of your body?
My back.
Did you cry?
No.
And after the lashing, did you change your behavior? Did you become a better person?
Yes. So after the lashing, if the class prefect sees you talk prepare, it will be like, I'll write your name. So anytime the teacher comes and it's like, who is deserving, we'll give your name to the teacher and you will be the only person to be lashed.
Should lashing be brought back to schools?
Yes.
Why?
Oh, some because these days they don't beat children at school. They do whatever they like. So, but during our time, SHS, immediately you see the teacher coming with a cane, you will be steady. You will be like, even if you are doing something which is not good, immediately you see the teacher, you stop whatever you are doing. So I think it will be better.
When was the last time you were lashed?
In class 6, Garrison.
What did you do?
I think that I had a spelling mistake. Instead of beat, I wrote beated. And my teacher, Mr. Ado, he lashed me and Kata. In Garrison, you couldn't mess up. You will be lashed. If you ever heard of Mr. Asante, early morning mental. And you know, those days, your parents will even report you to your teacher. Yes. I'm really disappointed at what is happening, especially with the China girls. Very, very disappointed.
So you want lashing to come back?
Yes. They are fooling too much. Too much. Strangely, parents who were lashed are now saying they shouldn't lash their children due to an only child, an only girl, an only boy, pampering them here and there. We are doing them more harm than good. No, we have to go back.
Bring back the cane.
The cane must go back to the classroom.
When was the last time you were lashed?
I don't remember.
Were you ever lashed in school?
Yeah,
What did you do to merit a lashing?
I think I was late.
Is this primary school, secondary school?
Yeah, primary
And
and secondary.
hey, habitual latecomer.
Yeah,
How many?
like 3.
3. Was it painful? Did you cry?
Yes.
Did it change your behavior?
Yes.
You became less late?
Yes.
You were not late again?
No.
Do you want people to bring back caning in the schools?
Of course.
Why?
Because sometimes it's treating us. Yes.
So they should bring the caning back?
Yes.
Okay. All right. When's the last time you were lashed?
When I was in SHS,
What did you do?
I was late for school.
Oh, and how many canes, strokes of the cane did they give you?
That would be, I think it was 6. 6 strokes.
Was it painful?
Yes.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry. But since then,
I always remember not to be late to any occasion.
So it helped your behavior.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Would you want the authorities to bring back caning in schools?
That's dicey. It's quite dicey. I think they should find a kind of middle way.
Like what?
Like, okay, maybe they should reduce the 6 strokes to maybe 3 and find other ways of getting to reform them. Like maybe picking up the school, cleaning up the school instead of lashing them.
When was the last time you were lashed? When was the last time you were lashed?
When I was in SHS.
What did you do?
Do I even remember? I think it was a test. Yes.
What subject?
Literature.
How many canes?
8. I think.
Did you cry?
No, but it was very painful.
Very painful. And did you improve after they lashed you?
Yeah.
So last question, do you think they should bring caning back in schools?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it makes a discipline. I remember I passed my science and maths end of semester because of end of term exams because of this. Because we were last for the test, the mid-term test. And he brought the same thing. He lashed us so much that we had to learn to pass it. I think it's good. It will make us disciplined and then be smart. I think so.
So bring back the cane?
Yeah.
All right. When was the last time you were lashed?
When I was in class 2.
What did you do?
I didn't bring my homework to school.
Oh. How many strokes of the cane did they give you?
I don't remember, but I went home with like lots of whelps and things on my back. And so my parents came back to the school fully blown, and that's the last time I was ever caned.
Should caning be brought back to schools?
Yes, but in a controlled manner.
How would you control caning?
Maybe caning should be designated for particular bad things that children do. I mean,
like?
Okay, putting me on the spot. Yeah. Like maybe, bullying, like mad bullying, hitting other kids, hitting other children, jumping the wall, stuff like that. Stuff that could put other children and other people in danger. Yes, I think that's when they should be caned. Other than that, reading should be brought back, kneeling down should be brought back, stuff like that. But no, caning, nah.
So controlled caning?
Yeah, controlled caning.
Thank you.
Yes, guys.